When you start to worry, do you notice any physiological changes in your mind, your body? Now, it may be interesting that I say mind, and what I'd like to point out is oftentimes when we worry, we might start to feel a little bit of a headache coming on, perhaps brow here, or even the back of our head as we start to carry tension tied to worry. When we're worrying, our body also will send up signals in the form of tightness in our chest, perhaps even heart palpitations, gastrointestinal concerns. See, our mind and our body are a closed loop system, and they relate to one another as information processing opportunities. Those are those flags we've been talking about. One of the things that can frequently happen is that we'll have a physiological experience, and then our mind creates a thoughtful story about what that physiological experience means. This is particularly true if we've heard stories about what different symptoms indicate, or if we've had experiences of really deep illness or pain in the past. Our brain might have specific narratives around what different sensations mean. And I want you to notice that word sensation. That's a very important part of navigating the experience between the brain and the body. See, our body is always supposed to be giving us data about sensations, and then our mind creates a narrative around those sensations. And so when we're deepening our relationship with self and moving into intentional resiliency and agency, we want to start to learn about what stories has our brain cultivated about different sensations. Does an upset tummy mean an upset tummy, or does an upset tummy mean irritable bowel syndrome being activated and flaring up, or interstitial cystitis, or Crohn's being activated? Or these days, does a sore throat mean you have a sore throat, or does a sore throat mean that you're coming down with a life-threatening virus, and does your brain start rampaging across all past opportunities for exposure in the past week? It's 2020. We are living in a pandemic. So those are the thoughts that are tied to the body sense that our system is giving us. They're very different things. And being able to separate the thought from the sensation creates greater spaciousness for calm and healing. In these next couple of videos, we're going to be diving deeper into how do we build the relationship between the mind-body connection and bringing in some guided exercises to support there being greater spaciousness. As we keep talking about, our brain's job is always to keep us alive. It's consistently endeavoring to do that. And resiliency and being in a thrive state is about designing the brain with which we want to navigate the world. So between now and the next video, I'd just like to invite you to notice if you have any physical sensations and what is the story or the thought tied to that. And I'll give you a really easy example. Perhaps if you did a really strong workout, you might notice that because you did that workout, you have some muscle soreness. And that muscle soreness might be a really positive thing, right? Because that means you did a really good workout. And then on the negative spectrum of the story with physical sensations, think about if you've had a sore throat or woken up a little stuffy, especially since March, February of this year. Did your brain have a different story about that? Or if a loved one coughed or sneezed, did you have a story about that? That's the exact same electrochemical process happening in your brain, but different storylines tied to the sensations. And those storylines have an incredible opportunity to take over and control the way our body and our mind interact with our world. So between now and the next video, I'd just like to invite you to start moving into relationship with your thoughts about your body. And I'll see you soon.